everybody, CW here. This is going to be a VR to our buddy Dragonrider385. If you don't know about him or haven't subscribed, he's a small channel, just trying to grow. Get over there and check him out. He's got some pretty neat stuff. And he's been doing some videos lately on his new Ruger LCP2, the light rack 22 long rifle. And I told him that I've got the same one. And I really liked it. I didn't shoot it so much anymore, but no particular reason. Just, you know, only so much time to shoot so many different things. And I haven't been shooting this one. But the LCP Max 380, this has pretty much become a daily carry for me, because a lot of times I'm just here around the house and I don't really need much more, just to have something. So this will be in my pocket. So they have relevance to each other because they're identical in size. They take the same holsters. And the biggest reason for this video is to show him and you guys some of the holsters I've found that I like and work well with these pistols. So sit back, take a look at what I got here. I hope you find it enjoyable. Stand by. All right, let's start with a couple of magazine holders. There's a bunch of stuff out there. These are some real cheap ones. They're just a material foam. They're made by Houston. They've got a plastic man-made material to hold the belt clip. And it's a standard spring steel belt clip. Nothing fancy, but it's also not expensive. It's got a nice little lip over it to protect your hide so that the magazine itself doesn't bump into it. This one here is for the 380. It works really good. I got a couple of them because, you know, one is none and two is one. So you want to have a couple magazines. Here's one that I had for an old Leatherman that I had. And again, the same style clip. But what this does is, this works really nice for the 22 holster. 22 mag. So maybe check out some knife sheaths you might have. You might find something like I did, or maybe you can pick one of these up online. Just know the dimensions of your magazine, and these 22 mags are a lot like a small folding knife. So you may find something that's nice like that, and that works out really nice for me. So there's a couple of mag holders that I've used. I'm not a big fan of holsters that have a mag holder in them, but this one I do like. And the reason I like this one here is, if you're the kind of guy or gal who likes to wear cargo pants always have those two big pouches, one on each leg. And pretty much, I mean, you can put some bigger stuff in there, but it flops around and it's not really comfortable to carry stuff out there. But, you know, if you wear those pants and you like them, it is a good place to carry your pistol. And a holster like this is long enough to go in that pocket and stay standing up. Because if you use one of these other holsters, you know, like the one that comes with the Rugers, it's only so wide. And although it'll work for a front pants pocket or a back pocket, for a cargo pocket that's really wide, this will flop around and the gun will be upside down, especially because it's a bigger pocket and the gun's allowed to move around. So these aren't the best for those big pockets, but something like this is really good. Now this is a DeSantis, and excuse me, the model here is G3. I don't know what it's supposed to fit because it doesn't list it for this gun. And if you look, it almost kind of doesn't quite fit, but it'll go right in. On the 380, you got a bigger rear sight, so you got to kind of coax it around that. But once you get it around the rear sight, it goes right in, and it fits really nice. I don't have a 380 magazine here, but let's use this one. And there you go. Now it does kind of restrict a little bit, but remember it's coming this way out. So it's just going to sit in there in your pocket like that. So that could be a good option for you. This is a rubbery type coating. It's a man-made material. It's not, there's no leather here. It's all nylon and man-made materials. But this is a little bit sticky in the pocket. So it doesn't slide out. It stays put. So when you draw the gun, the holster stays in your pocket, which is what you want. So that's another option, and one that I do like and carry occasionally. And of course, you know, I said that they take the same magazines. And there you go. I'm sorry, they take the same holsters. And there you go. So that's an option for you. And then, keeping with the same theme, here's another DeSantis. I don't know what the number on this one is. I'm thinking that I might have its package over here. So it might be called the Nemesis. And it works with the Kel-Tec and a couple of different 380 LCPs. As well as the Ruger Max 380, which is what I use it for. Now it does come out the end, but it's been a really nice carry for me. It sticks really good in the pocket, and it works well. I used this one here when I first got the gun, and it also works okay. But I found that it wasn't quite enough here to hold it in your pocket, and a lot of times when you pulled it out, the holster came out with it, and I didn't like that, so I don't use this anymore. There's the DeSantis paperwork. But again, you know, it works with either gun, and this is a Ruger holster. So we'll get rid of that one. Here's another inside the pocket leather that I think I got this from Ruger, but I'm not positive. It may have been somebody else because there's no stampings on it for maker. But it's a leather holster if you're into leather holsters, and it can be wet molded to be a little bit snugger. But it's a nice holster. It gives you a hook here, which is supposed to help it from coming out of your pocket when you draw it. And it does fit good. You know, it does hold the pistol pretty good. And again, it works for either pistol. And then showed you that one. Here's one that I've liked through the years. I've got a number of these for different pistols, and they've always been good. Again, it's a DeSantis, and you're noticing a theme. I do like DeSantis holsters. This is the model 106R7. And this one here's claim to fame is it's an inside the pants tuck. And what I mean by that is this goes over top of your pants and then under your belt. So your pants will be inside this clip here, and then your belt will run through here, and this will hook on the bottom of your belt to stop the holster from coming out when you draw. This arrangement here makes it tuckable. So you can take your shirt and tuck your shirt in, this is all inside your pants. You can tuck your shirt in, and your shirt stays tucked behind this clip, and you can pull it down, and it'll stay tucked in and conceal the gun. So it's kind of nice. And these are not expensive at all. It is leather. It's a suede leather, untreated. You know, the slick side of the rough side of leather. And it's got a regular piece of leather on the outside to help form and hold it open when you draw, and you can reholster. And again, you know, it's good for both pistols. It's got a pretty good retention, and it does get better as you carry it because your body and your sweat heat it up and moisturize it, so to speak, and it kind of shrinks around the gun, and it forms, and it fits really good, and it ends up that it draws and holsters really nice. But like all leather holsters, you want to make sure that you really stay on top of your lubrication, because it's going to also wick any oils and away from your firearm, and you can have rusting problems if you're a really sweaty person. Here's one like you had, and like you said, they're pretty proud of these, and they do get quite a bit of money for them. Some of them are better than others. This one I have no particular affection for or loyalty to. It's just one that I like the look of. I think I picked it up in a gun shop, but I'm not really sure. It was pretty much just to have a holster, and it's got retention, adjustable retention, and it snaps in, and it holds pretty good. The clip is not rotatable adjustable, but it's strong side carry, and it works pretty good, and it works again for either gun. It does snap into this one a little bit better than it snaps into this one, but probably just a little bit different somewhere that it's grabbing. It makes this one firmer, but it doesn't matter. It's fine for either one, and you can probably take up the difference with your adjustment screw. So if you like this style holster, there's many of these available. Here's one that's kind of unique, and this is made by Azula. Don't know if I can get you so you can read that. Maybe so. Azula, I think is how it's spelled. Gun holsters, and I've got a few from them, and they've been pretty good. And it's got this thicker piece on the outside to help keep it from collapsing, and it's pretty rigid, rough leather. And this is a cross draw style, but it's only for narrow belts. You can't use a wide belt with this one, so like dress belts. But it sits right there, and it's a nice holster for that. If you like to cross draw carry on the front of your pants, it's really nice. And again, both guns, pretty good retention. It's a nice holster. I like it, but I like leather holsters. A lot of people are newer people to guns, and they're all with plastics and nylons, and you know the FUDs carry the leather stuff, but I guess I'm a FUD because I've been carrying since the mid 80s, so I've been around for a little while, longer than a lot of the newer folks. And then here's one that is newer style. It's called Bug Bite Holsters, and this was I got online. And this is I'm going to call it a calf holster more than an ankle holster, but it kind of is in the ankle range because your ankle's down here. It's more universal. I carry a couple of different pistols in this. I've also got a Glock 380 that's just a little bit bigger, and it carries down here really nice because it's a little bit flatter than this one is, and it's a little bit fuller in the hand, and nothing's taken away as long as you got slacks on or something. You got enough room. But these little LCPs can kind of get lost in here, but that's not really a bad thing because it's relying on its ability to form to your leg to hold the gun in there. Whereas on your belt, you've got your belt, and your hands are right there. You can adjust and push on things and make sure things aren't riding out. Where down here, you may not notice if the gun starts to ride out of the holster, and you could, lose your gun. So when you get a holster like this being able to capture more of the gun in there, and then having a good strap, you see the strap runs all the way around and ties in there, and then you can tighten it up on here around your thigh, around your calf, is actually a pretty good thing. On the other side here, we've got room for a holster. Room for a magazine. Let me see, get a magazine out of the gun. Keep everybody calm because those magazines over there are loaded. It goes right in there with a Velcro, and that holds on there really nice. So you got a spare magazine. And what this is here is this just lets it a little bit easier to put on and take off. You just zip it down and capture the zipper. That's all that is. But this is like a neoprene material, very comfortable. Worn it all day on multiple occasions. It's a really nice holster and not overly expensive. And again, that's the Bug Bite. And there we go. There's the holsters that I have for my 2 Rugers, and I think you would appreciate any one of them. They've all been good to me, and with the exception of the one that they give you with the gun, I really like them all. and I use them all pretty regularly. This is the one I use most of the time with the 380, and this one here I don't carry as much, but the cargo pants holster is one I often will stick this in and stick it in my pocket going in the woods or whatever, and I'll have cargo pants on. A lot of my hunting clothes have cargo pants, so this works really good. There you go. I hope everyone appreciated it. Hope you got something out of it. God bless everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. The holiday season and all. Hope everyone has an awesome Christmas and a safe and prosperous New Year. And we'll see you on the next video. God bless everybody. CW out.